Hi guys, hope everyone's doing great. Quick update for Bitcoin here and a few other things. Happy New Year to everyone and shout out to people from Australia going through a very hard time. Hope you guys pull through. So with Bitcoin, I mean, ultimately we are still in this bear market of eternity, and this line coming from 2015 really has to hold. Right now we are above this line, which is fine. Technically, if we're above this line, we're quote unquote bullish long term, and I use that term very, very loosely. The minute we break below here, I think we're going to get a very quick move down to this 4K, 3K level simply because of the volume profile. There's absolutely no volume supporting the price below this point. So we need to stay above here. Now, short term, we sort of got in the group here, inverted head and shoulders. I, sort of got out of here simply because gold, gold's going to crash. Well, gold is crashing, but we'll get onto gold in a minute. So this could just be a WXY, WX 3-wave, 3-wave, 3-wave. So the way I see it, as long as we stay above this line coming from 2015, and if we get above this blue line, certainly definitely that is short-term, intermediate-term bullish. We're not properly bullish on this market, certainly I'm not, until this green line gets taken out, which is connecting the highs from 20k, 14k, and those highs are coming in at, let's call it 11, 10k. So unless we get up to this sort of level, I will remain neutral / bearish on this market. As we break this low here, 6,400 give or take, I think we could have a very quick decline here because there's simply no volume, and I can't see anything which would suggest a nice little 6-week run like we got here from 3k, 6k. I can't see any signs of that. So you've seen my alternate counts, some kind of ABC correction before we go lower, possibly some kind of ABCD triangle which started from here. So there are various alternate corrective ranging sort of counts before we go low. And of course the count from here is, I mean, certainly if Bitcoin's going to do anything like gold and bonds, it could just continue to go lower to the targets which I mentioned a while ago. I do think one day we do hit 2k. I'm fairly convinced of that point. Now that's Bitcoin. So with gold, the situation is this is a major top in gold. This has always been a larger WXY, and I think gold goes to 879 as per my YouTube video from months ago. So we were thinking about this sort of move that was corrective. Now we've gone all in, sort of to the short side, basically shorted the top. So this will start to move down pretty quick. Obviously short term you might get a flag here and there, you might get a 3-wave correction, but right now we're below this resistance level at 1556, and we're just going to continue to trend low. I don't think you see 1600 gold ever again. I can't see any situation where before 2:14 Eastern, August 29th, 2026, you see that price ever again. I just can't see it happening. So that's the end of gold. And obviously silver's going to go down as well. Now the reason that's important, because Bitcoin is somewhat of a commodity. Certainly the way it moves with its ranging wave 2s and its very quick 3, 4 and extended 5s, yields are going to go higher and bonds are going to go lower, and also oil, which is another commodity, is also going to go lower. I mean, I've got it going all the way back down to 50 and then forming a larger ABCWX, then going back up in a Y, and then potentially coming back down again, or maybe breaking out of here, or finishing a larger correction then going down. Oil likes to do these very complicated WXYs. It just continues to form these WXYs all over the place. But either way, oil range bound for the next year or so. But as you can see, this move is currently bearish, but watch for a break of these swing lows, and a failure here you could get a very quick move back up. But that's just range bound. So some people prefer range bound markets, not something I would really go for. Now, so going back to Bitcoin, really, it's at a key level. That is one count. This is all just a corrective pattern. Now we fail. If somehow we have indeed bottomed here, this definitely looks like a 3-wave to me. But if that is a 1 and this is a 2, this is another 1 and another 2, then fine, we do get some kind of breakdown or breakout. I just can't see it, especially with the dollar now also going higher. If I show you the dollar here, I think 2020 is going to be the year for the dollar to come back. I've got it going all the way, probably breaks 100 within 6 months, I reckon. So we know Bitcoin did very well as the dollar was going down, but as the dollar started going back up, Jan 18, I mean, that was pretty much the day that Bitcoin topped, right? So it's no coincidence that Bitcoin has depreciated by X amount of percent as the dollar has appreciated. And this dollar isn't done. This dollar still continues to go higher, in my opinion. So those are just some of the things that we have to watch. I mean, on the BLX chart, this is, I don't think it's got the intraday information, but at least it's got some kind of daily information. Yeah, so once again, we've got this line here. So like I said, we have to remain above this line. As long as we're still tiptoeing along this line of eternity, there is a chance we still, you know, sort of tiptoe our way up, maybe, I don't know, 9K, 9.5. But do you really want that risk as the stock market, you know, and Tesla's going to 1,000? I mean, where would you rather be? There needs to be a proper shakedown and a shakeout in this market. And I've not seen it. I mean, some of my favorite altcoins here, DB coin, this is my favorite altcoin. I mean, I've got this going to 4.3, 2.95, 2.3, and of course very strong support on DB Cooper coin at you know, 0. So, you know, that's my favorite altcoin right there, Charles Westmoreland coin. And if you have a look on my second favorite altcoin, this is the new reserve currency, supposedly once the dollar collapses. I've got this going lower, so it broke support and now resistance. I've got it going all the way to 4 cents. So I've not seen proper altcoin capitulation. I've not seen Bitcoin capitulation, and the moving gold really concerns me. So I think this market is still a trading market. There's no investment here. There's no swing trade with high probabilities here, and it's simply trading between one level to the next, which many people probably prefer. I mean, not myself, but some people prefer this wide-ranging market, because all you're doing is looking for failures at the top, failures at the bottom, and you're just going to trade sideways, which I suppose is very profitable for those who are good at it. Personally, I prefer you know, shorting the gold top. So that's my idea of fun. So anyway, that's Bitcoin. Stock market, I mean, what can you say? We are melting up here. Everyone's going to be forced to buy. Any correction on any time frame, any 3-wave correction on any time frame is going to get bought. And, you know, Nasdaq 12,700. Yes, short term we might get some kind of you know, maybe that's a 2, that's a 3, that's some kind of A, you know, A, B, C, B, C, 4. And so that was the 3, that was the 4, maybe we get a 5. So there is a count. Nasdaq maybe tops out tonight, you know, in the overnight session, because obviously the high has to be made in the overnight session. So you never want to short the RTH. It's not a good idea until obviously 12.7. So maybe we're close to a top here. I mean, ES is getting quite close to my targets here, 3292. And obviously 10th of January, we know that date is very important to those who know. So yeah, it could be close to a top. 29k certainly looks like a level that, you know, certainly it's a very psychological level, definitely. And you know, we could see some drama here. There is definitely a target up here at 29.2. So I don't know, maybe tonight or this afternoon the market tops out at, let's say, I don't know, 29k. And then in the overnight session, we make it to 29.2, and then the algos start dumping it. And tomorrow we have the NFPs, non-farm payroll. And so we've not had a jobs report since, well, it's the first Friday of the month, isn't it? So December was all the way over here, whenever the last Friday was. So, you know, we've run up 6.6% on the index since the last jobs report. So it could be like a sell the news event, and maybe we got a larger degree correction, but ultimately this stock market is going to go higher. And if gold is going to sub 1,000 within 6 months, and oil is going to 50 and TLT is going to 120, all that money is going to go in the stock market. I don't think that money goes into Bitcoin or anything else. And, you know, Uber's looking good. So Uber, you know, we said sort of 64, so we're up, you know, 34% on that. Twitter, we said also 64, so that's doing well. Netflix is just going sideways. Tesla, I mean, it's hit all of my targets. There's no point. I don't have any higher target than 1,000, and that is an extreme target I would appreciate. But this is nowhere near done. This could still be a wave 3. It's just making extensions upon extensions, and I don't have any higher targets. I mean, it's hit my first target. This target has been here since the lows, when the price target from certain people was $10. So obviously you just you know, do the opposite, and that could still be a 3. I mean, there is nothing. If you have a look at the MacDaddy, whenever you see this, you know you're in a wave 3. There's no divergence here, right? So if right now we were in some sort of wave 5, you would see some divergence. Now, obviously, short term, if the stock market corrects, yes, you might be lucky to jump in. Maybe we get a back test of 390, but anyone hoping for this, that's just not going to happen. And Tesla is really the golden child for this wave 5, and it had to be Tesla, and it had to be Tesla because of so many reasons. People love shorting Tesla, and wave 5s are basically nothing makes sense. No fundamentals and no news. Tesla now has a valuation of 80 billion. When you consider Merck is worth what, 60 billion? BM probably, I don't know, 40, 50 billion. Volkswagen Group, I'm sure, is worth around that sort of, you know, amount. Maybe it's worth more, I'm not sure, but you know, it's getting quite ridiculous. But in a wave 5, nothing makes sense. So you know, they had to choose one stock to make a mockery of the stock market, and they chose Tesla. Besides, if you take a look at it, it's just a I mean, to me, that's all a wave 3. I mean, a large wave 4. So once again, cause and effect. So there's always 3 components to this game. There's the y-axis, price, horizontal axis, which we're going to say volume, and obviously the other horizontal is time. So time, price, and volume, all 3 are important. So that's sideways ranging for you know, 1,734 days. So how many years is that? That's basically what's that, 4 years? It's not 5 years. 5 years? Yeah. August 14th, yeah, basically 4.5 years. So the move was always going to be violent. And if you work this out using the old-fashioned point and figure, which is, you know, the old Wyckoff way to do it, I won't go into it now. I'm not even sure we can get a point and figure. Yeah, so we can. I won't go into how to calculate this. There's no need to do it the old Wyckoff way because we now have Elliott Wave and computers and everything else. Is just a lot easier. But if you go by the old-fashioned way, this move is nowhere near done. I mean, I worked this out a few days ago. Takes a while to sort of work it out, but that gets you to at least 600 just by going off this. So, you know, cause and effect is a key concept in this market and in any market. So you know, Tesla is just, I mean, what can you say? What can you say? I do recall someone in the group mentioning it here, and you know, shout out to that chap. 169. What a move. And yeah, Amazon and Facebook, I'm not going to give any price targets because their counts aren't as nice. Okay, and silver, yeah, that's not looking particularly healthy. So yeah, that's the other market. So good luck to whatever you guys are doing. If you want to join the group, you can't basically because the website's down. So hopefully I'll get that sorted at some point. So you know, just watch out for that. And I will have a course released. I've been working on that for the last 2 years. It's basically, it's going to be called Bridging the Gap. So trying to basically link analysis to the trading making money part, because I find that a lot of people, whilst they're very good at analyzing the chart, they're not very good at trading and actually making the final outcome, which is money. So really, there is a bridging the gap where you have to learn how to use the analysis to turn that into profitable trade. So I've been working on that for the last 2 years. I should have that ready at some point, like I said before, 2:14 Eastern, August 29th, 2026. So just watch out for that over the next 6.5 years. I should get that released at some point, because obviously no point releasing a course after that date, because it's all going to be over. Anyway, good luck to whatever you guys are doing, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.